Winning without expectations is easy, but when you're expected to win, that's a whole different story. And now with all the expectations that the Cleveland Browns have on them going into the 2021 regular season, it has to make you wonder, are the Cleveland Browns sitting on the cusp of greatness, or are they destined to disappoint? Well, today, we're going to talk about it. Let's go! What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Sports Sanctuary, where we talk about all things sports all the time. As you can tell from the title on today's video, we're going to be talking about the Cleveland Browns and whether or not they are on the cusp of greatness or if they are on the path that is destined to disappoint. But before we get into all of that, if you haven't done so already, please do me a favor, subscribe to the channel so you can get all of the weekly sports content that I put out, and turn on your notifications so you can be alerted every time I put new content out on this channel. And then also, if you have any time, please go hit that thumbs up button because it really helps the video out when it comes to the YouTube algorithms. But with that being said, let's just go ahead and jump into today's topic, which I'm kind of been really excited to talk about over the last couple of weeks because everything's been happening with the draft and everything. And in 2020, the Cleveland Browns played like basically the role of hunter. They won 11 games and they went 6-10 in 2019. They also clinched their first playoff berth since 2002, which ended with a loss to Kansas City in the AFC divisional round, again, where we should have won. But, you know, coming off such an exciting season, you can understand how Browns fans going into 2021 might have higher expectations. Unfortunately, though, according to the odds makers, the Browns are only projected to win just 9.5 games in the new 17-game season, which is a win total that shocked Browns fans all across the country when this information hit the news. This was something that was hard for Browns fans to wrap their heads around, considering that on paper, the Browns easily have one of the top 3 best rosters in the NFL right now, with only the Buccaneers and the Chiefs having a case to be better, in my opinion. It's no secret that the Browns have playmakers on both sides of the ball. They have arguably the best running back tandem in the NFL with Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt. The two of them together, they combined for 1,908 rushing yards and 18 touchdowns in 2020. The Cleveland offense also has the best offensive line. They have superstar receivers, and they have a competent head coach. Cleveland also boasts one of the most dominant edge rushers in the NFL in the form of Myles Garrett, who recorded 42.5 sacks in his first 4 seasons in the NFL. And during this 2021 offseason, the Cleveland Browns pass rush has added more pieces to make their defensive line more fearsome with the addition of Jadeveon Clowney, Takk McKinley, Malik Jackson, and even beyond that, the Browns defense is expected to be extra potent this season because, you know, with the additions of defensive backs, Troy Hill, JJ3, and, we got Grant Delpit coming back, Greedy Williams, Denzel Ward. So, and especially after adding Hill and JJ3 from the Rams, who had the top pass coverage defense, it makes you just wonder why people thinking like this. You know what I'm saying? So with all that being said, it begs the question, why is Vegas so pessimistic about the Browns? And to tell you the truth, I don't really understand it. But if I had to take a guess, I'd say it's probably because Vegas just doesn't believe that Baker Mayfield can get the job done. Even though he shows significant signs of improvement in his 3rd year as the Browns starter. He threw 26 touchdown passes with only 8 interceptions, completing 62.8% of his passes. But having said that, the honest truth is that for the former number 1 overall pick, Baker has yet to string together a consecutive couple good seasons as a starter to prove that he could be consistent. After he put up a respectable rookie campaign in which he threw 27 touchdowns and only 14 interceptions, Baker experienced a serious sophomore slump where he threw 22 touchdown passes and 21 interceptions in the year that he was being coached by Freddie Kitchens. We all remember that abysmal year where we had high expectations and didn't deliver again. But now that Mayfield has a super talented offense around him and a competent head coach, a deep backfield, and a potentially lethal defense, to me, there are just no more excuses for Baker as a fourth-year starter after this year. If he doesn't take a step back in 2021, then there's no reason why the Browns shouldn't be twice as good as they were last year. That means leaving the regular season with 9 wins out of 17 games would be looked at as unacceptable, especially by me, which is crazy because not too long ago, 9 wins for the Cleveland Browns would have been a great season. But with this roster, this potential, and these expectations, 9 wins just isn't going to be getting it done. That's definitely underachieving for the year and going forward, to say the least. So at the end of the day, to answer my own question of whether or not the Browns are on the cusp of greatness or destined to disappoint, I'm going to choose at this point in time to be optimistic for once and say that I believe that my Brownies are finally on the cusp of greatness after many decades of being disappointed by destiny. I feel like the Cleveland Browns have found a way to get a qualified, smart, efficient front office, a good head coach, a great solid young roster, and a great culture that should be enough to make the Cleveland Browns a perennial powerhouse for many years to come. And I honestly believe that. But what do you guys think? Are the Browns ready to take the next step towards greatness and do what hasn't been done? Or do you think the Browns will go back to being the Browns and fall flat on their face like they have so many times before in the past? Let me know down in the comment section down below and let's talk Browns football, baby. As usual, if you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to the channel so you can get more weekly sports content. I do everything from UFC, college football, basketball, football, NFL, not just Browns, but love to do the Browns content because that's my team. Please hit the thumbs up and share the video with your friends. I appreciate you guys coming out to spend some time with me on the Sports Sanctuary today, man. I will always appreciate your support. Please take care of yourself, stay out of trouble, and stay blessed. All right, peace.